My background started with university, studying a Bachelor of Building and majoring in property development. And then my career was working with various different companies, led me to get my all-round experience when I was ready to go on my own ventures. I started to experience a change in the industry as BASICs, our energy regulation, came into play around 2004, and as a project manager I often deal with my clients at a very high level in the planning stages, and I got to understand that there was some differences that were needing to change or make change in the way that we built our houses. And over time I understood what BASICs was actually doing in changing that, and as a property developer I had an opportunity to develop a greenfield site of 4 houses, to which I really studied that question of how BASICs is making those changes. And from there, with the influence of my wife introducing our family into organic and natural remedies, we took on the subject and came up with some great solutions. In 2008 we started Australian Living, and the aim of the company was to help promote the sustainable industry. And over the 4 years that we've been operating the business, we've been able to introduce great educational mechanisms that collaborate the industry to educate all the different factors of what's important to create a sustainable house. We find when you're building, the very nature of building brings all of this together. But the way that we've been doing it traditionally doesn't work. Our focus in regulation is to a minimum standard, yet we can achieve a lot more now. If we understand what that regulation is trying to do and the key factors to which it operates behind, then we can find that we can design better buildings made from more efficient and more environmentally conscious products. Developing my own product as a builder was a lot of fun, and it enabled me to really look at the whole industry on every level, within every trade that was involved, starting from the ground up. And when you start in the right fashion, it's very hard to stop that train. You want to keep going. You don't want to infect the building with anything that is going to compromise what you started out. And some of the key focuses are, in any home, especially in this one, is the central courtyard. Because the house is skinny to the north, where our best orientation should be, the southern side of the house was difficult to design such that the sun would come in. So the courtyard has separated the buildings apart and allowed the winter sun to achieve or reach into the southern part of the building. So passively that was very important, but that also created various zones, and having a well-zoned design floor layout is very important to control the energy. So when you're within a space you can close it down so you don't receive a loss of energy that you're holding on to. Thermal mass is on the inside of our buildings, but we've protected it with reverse masonry construction. So we've got a total esky type of home construction whereby the insulation is covering our building. It's rendered. It's also within the walls, external walls, where they're timber frames, and we've got that complete ring of protection over our building, I should say, over our building, that holds the good energies in that thermal mass and allows the thermal mass to really work. Once we got the principles right and the design right, it was very important for us to focus on those materials and trying to create a product that's healthy for the people installing the building, but also healthy for us when we live in it. We didn't want a home that was handed over, so to speak, that was full of volatile cocktail of paints and thinners and formaldehydes that would affect us and our family. and a lot of sickness and asthma is a cause of these toxins being released in the house. So we were very considerate of ourselves, but we were also considerate of the people doing the work for us, and working with these cleaner products help them to help us, and it helps the environment at the same time.